welcome to the 4th episode of IELTS Horizon. Unfortunately, most IELTS instructors and the students put their focus mistakenly on memorized patterns than genuine writing. So, tonight, I've decided to show you how wrong it sometimes can be to think that there is only one possible way to write an essay. In order to do so, I first need to establish some common ground with you. I think we all unanimously agree that Cambridge IELTS books do not lie and they do not want to confuse us. If we agree with that, then we should also agree that samples that are provided by examiners are in fact and truly very good answers. There is a line written above all sample responses provided by examiners in Cambridge IELTS books. It reads, "This is only one out of many possible approaches." I think this line will explain the truth of the matter at hand to a great extent. Anyway, I've decided to show you 3 different question prompts, but with the same instruction. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. By reading the sample responses provided by the examiners, I'm going to show you they each have answered this question differently. Let's take a look at the first question. The first question is taken from Cambridge IELTS 6 Test 4 Writing Task 2 Academic. The question reads, "Some people prefer to spend their lives doing the same things and avoiding change. Others, however, think that change is always a good thing. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion." All right, the sample that we are going to read, in short, is rather different because it both discusses different viewpoints and gives the author's opinion at the same time. Let's see how it works out. The introduction reads, "Over the last half-century, the pace of change in the life of human beings has increased beyond our wildest expectations. This has been driven by technological and scientific breakthroughs that are changing the whole way we view the world on an almost daily basis. This means that change is not always a personal option, but an inescapable fact of life. And we need to constantly adapt to keep pace with it." All right, a paraphrase of the question and also tacitly giving the author's personal stand and showing it. Anyway, the second paragraph discusses one side of the argument. Those people who believe they have achieved some security by doing the same familiar things are living in denial. As you can see, the author both discusses and gives his own or her own opinion. If we read further, even when people believe they are resisting change themselves, they cannot stop the world around them from changing. Sooner or later, they will find that the familiar jobs no longer exist or that the safe patterns of behavior are no longer appropriate. All right. The next paragraph discusses the other side of the argument and also expresses the author's stand and opinion about the matter at hand. Now let's read the conclusion. In conclusion, I would say that change can be stimulating and energizing for individuals when they pursue it themselves. But that all change, including that which is imposed on people, does not necessarily have good outcomes. In conclusion, the author restates his position and also kind of paraphrases the main points discussed in the body paragraphs. So this was the main first approach, to discuss both views and give your own opinion at the same time. Now let's take a look at the second question. The second question is taken from Cambridge IELTS 7, Test 1, Task 2, Writing Task 2, and the question reads, "It is generally believed that some people are born with certain talents, for instance for sport or music, and others are not. However, it is sometimes claimed that any child can be taught to become a good sports person or musician. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion." All right, now let's take a look at the sample response. In this sample, the author has given his opinion in a separate paragraph. So he first discusses both viewpoints and then gives his own opinion about it. I just want to read the third paragraph, the third body paragraph. It reads, I personally think that some people do have talents that are probably inherited via their genes. Such talents can give individuals a facility for certain skills that allow them to excel, while more hardworking students never manage to reach a comparable level. But as with all questions of nature versus nurture, they are not mutually exclusive. Guys, this phrase is awesome. When two things are mutually exclusive, it means that they cannot both occur at the same time. Either is true. When two things are not mutually exclusive, it means both can occur at the same time. Good musicians, if we read further, good musicians or artists and exceptional sports stars have probably succeeded because of both good training and natural talent. Without the natural talent, continuous training would be neither attractive nor productive. And without the training, the child would not learn how to exploit and develop their talent. All right, so this was a different approach again to answer a same question, discuss both these views and give you an opinion. The author here gives his personal stand on the topic in a completely and totally separate paragraph, in the third body paragraph. But in the previous example, the author discussed both the views and gave his own opinion at the same time. Now let's move on to take a quick look at the third example. The third example is taken from Cambridge IELTS 9, Test 3, Writing Task 2. The question reads, some people say that the best way to improve public health is by increasing the number of sport facilities. Others, however, say that this would have little effect on public health and that other measures are required. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. The sample answer provided to answer this question is a little different because the author first has discussed the first viewpoint and then discusses other ways or other measures that could be taken. And at the end, in conclusion, the author gives his own stand or opinion about the topic. So I'll just read the conclusion. In my opinion, focusing on the sports facilities is too narrow an approach and would not have the desired results. People should be encouraged not only to be more physically active, but also to adopt a healthier lifestyle in general. I guess it is now clear that there are different ways to answer the question, discuss both these views and give your own opinion. You can either give your own opinion at the same time as you are discussing the viewpoints, or give it in a separate paragraph, or also give it in your conclusion. But if you're new in this, you should know that there should be a starting point for you. But the point is, there are other possible ways. And you should first know exactly what you're trying to say and what your ideas are. And then, based on that analysis, you should organize and arrange them in your essay. Thank you for watching us, and don't forget to leave some comments. See you next week.